Alex, I'm going to start with a pretty easy question. Biggest kick of your life?
Yeah, 100% by far. I mean, I had a similar one in high school. My junior year hit a 56, but I mean, it can't be compared to beating an ACC opponent like Virginia Tech to go 7-0. I mean, everyone is in question of whether we actually are a good team. 6-0, but have you played anyone here? Because whatever, play VT, all there. You're gonna see if you're really good, and then we come out with a win. And on that note, I mean, it's just insane. I mean, I've been crying so much. It's just unbelievable for me.
I watched you on that next to last drive right before you guys scored the touchdown with Peyton Pickett. Felt like it might come down to you there. I mean, were you kind of mentally preparing yourself from that point on?
100%. Yeah, I mean, really through halfway the fourth quarter, I kind of had a feeling it was going to come down to that. When we got that last touchdown and they were getting the ball back, it was kind of iffy, and I was pretty much preparing my mind from about 6-7 minutes out, knowing that it's probably going to come down to it, and there's a highly likely. And I was just preparing myself. I wasn't talking to anyone. I was just doing my deal, doing my steps, going through my motion, visualizing the ball go through on my own to kind of get myself prepared for that. So,
yeah, Justin Fuente calls the timeout there on the 59-yard attempt. It's blocked. From what I've read, he didn't call the timeout to ice you, but it was rather to make sure he had the right personnel on the field for his block scheme. But clearly he did. But, I mean, from that point on, I guess what I'm trying to ask you, did you know that he had called it, or Coach had prepared you guys for that?
Yeah, no, I knew he had called it. And that's why I was very confused when everyone's running the ball back and the refs let it play. Because I was like, I clearly heard a whistle blow it, and I was like, well, it's already blown dead, and then they run the ball back and whatever. I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, if you see the replays of me on the screen, I'm just like shaking my head. I'm like, he blew the whistle, obviously, you know what I mean? So I was kind of confused, but at the end of the day, I'm thankful for that.
And then to see it go through the uprights there after that, I mean, what was that? Did you get off the dog pile at the bottom there okay? Or
I ended up being good. I mean, to be honest, once I saw that thing go through and I started running, I was just crying. I didn't know what was going on. My tears were just going hard down my face. I couldn't contain my excitement and emotion because, I mean, I don't know if you know my history, but I was at Penn State 2 years. I had hip surgery there, couldn't walk for, however long, and did rehab. Never felt like I got back to being myself. So I actually ended up leaving Penn State altogether after my second season there. And quit football altogether. Came here, did normal student life for almost 2.5, 3 years, wasn't kicking. Got an opportunity to come here this spring and get on the team, and had a pull groin for 3 months. So I had about a month and a half to prepare for this season after not kicking for 3 years. So it's been mentally very tough, and getting back into being myself and who I am, and to kind of have this happen at this time of the season, it's just, to me, it's completely God. That's truly what has gotten me through what I've been through in my life and all the detours I've been on, and I'm blown away, to be honest. So
I guess you're going to be telling your kids and grandkids about this one.
100%, no doubt. And getting the game ball, man, it's just such a blessing for sure.
All right, we'll open it up. We're going to start off with Damien first from the News in Advance, and then we'll go to John Manson from Sea of Red. Damien, go ahead.
Yeah, Alex, the field had cleared out. It's very quiet, and I watched you walk out here to midfield and sit down, and it looked like you just soaked in the moment, soaked in everything that just transpired. What's going through your mind out there as you're sitting in an empty stadium absorbing the biggest kick of your career?
Honestly, I've been really trying to live a God-first life and having him as my priority and my number one, and understanding that whether this field goal goes in or not, that doesn't determine who my God is for me. And I pretty much just wanted time to myself just to let it all soak in, thank God for what's happened, and just kind of reflect on where I've come from. Because like I was saying, I didn't kick for 3 years. Football was not in my plan for the rest of my life. I was done. I wanted to live a normal life, be a student, get a job, move on. And deciding to play football when I pretty much was ready to graduate was a complete change in my life. It's not what I was planning on doing at all. And to go from having surgery and being at Penn State, coming here, not playing, and then playing, and just my whole life changing, to now playing, winning the job, and then playing a major role in beating Virginia Tech for Liberty, I was just so blown away. I just wanted to reflect on kind of what's happened in my life, and just, I'm just blessed, honestly.